You want to know what's about annoying as shit besides me? Huh? This. Now imagine 3.5 hours of that, 4 hours of that. Thank God this game is in Athens, because even with reduced attendance and limited fans or whatever in the stands, can you imagine having to put up with a bunch of overalled hicks beating that, whatever that is, cowbell for 3.5, 4 hours? You can't even watch a Mississippi State game on TV if it's at Mississippi State. That's how annoying it is. And I can't figure out why the Mississippi State fans won't admit it's annoying as hell. You know it's annoying. You know it's annoying. It's the most annoying thing in college football. It's stupid. It's inbred. It's backwoods. It's backwards. It's dumb. It makes and no one gets it. No one cares. A bunch of idiots in overalls beating on a cowbell for 3.5 or 4 hours while their team is getting their dick put in the dirt almost every single week. It's just a damn disgrace. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some funny traditions and some pitiful and piss poor, embarrassing traditions in college football. Nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean absolutely nothing comes anywhere close to the embarrassment and shame that is standing around for 4 hours in a worn out pair of overalls that's about 2 sizes too small, banging a cowbell for no damn reason. It's irritating. Mississippi State, the Bulldogs, yeah, right. That ugly ass, I'm not even going to get into the mascot thing because I hurt a lot of Tennessee fans' feelings when I did that, the Tennessee video talking about Smokey, and I got a bunch of emails from PETA, and I'm not trying to deal with those maniacs again. Those people are out of their mind. They're worse than religious lunatics. Those PETA people. So, but you know your Bulldog is ugly as shit. Just know that. I'm going to leave it at that for the purposes of this video. You're a terrible team and you're not winning this game. I mean, first of all, are there any Mississippi State fans? Second of all, do any of them actually think they have a chance in this game? They don't. If there's one team in the SEC that makes me feel better about the embarrassment that is the Georgia quarterback situation, It's the Mississippi State quarterback situation, isn't it? Yeah, KJ Costello, or if he goes down, how many quarterbacks? Y'all play, what, 5 quarterbacks this year? Every time I flip it to a Mississippi State game on accident, and let's be real, anytime I flip it to a Mississippi State game, it's on accident. There's a different quarterback in the game. You need a program. I don't care how big of a Mississippi State fan you are. You need a program and a roster to know who's playing quarterback for them. Mike Leach, supposed to be some kind of offensive genius. You guys come out week 1, beat LSU, the worst defending national champion in the history of college football. Y'all are running around pounding your chest like you did something. Have you won a game since then? Yeah, you have won. You won your first game, then you went on, a 4-game losing streak, and then you won your most recent game against Vandy. So congratulations. You beat LSU, the Corn Dog, and Vandy, the 2 worst teams in the Power 5, not named Tennessee. Whee! How much are you paying Mike Leach again? This Bigfoot, this weirdo, this guy Mike Leach, what's the deal with his press conferences? This guy comes out for a football press conference, don't say one damn word about football. He's talking about Bigfoot and aliens and Area 51 and whether or not you should take the flu shot and just all kinds of weird shit. And I'm going to be honest, he's entertaining. I like watching Mike Leach press conferences. I'll be honest. I like watching Mike Leach press conferences. I do. So I'm talking a little trash about him because this is a trash talk video, but I have to raise my hand and admit I do like watching Mike Leach press conferences. Why? Well, the same reason the sideshow is popular at the fair, right? The side attraction, the bearded lady, a goat boy, whatever, the lady with horns growing out of her head. That's what Mike Leach is. He's a sideshow. He's pay a quarter. Come listen to the Mike Leach press conference. That's what Mike Leach is. The guy's not a football coach. He's just a weirdo. That's it. Period. You're finding that out, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Guy's been in the Power 5 for what, 15 years? Well, I guess technically, was it Texas Tech he was at? I guess technically they weren't in the Power 5 when he was there, but then he was at Washington State forever and a day. Can't win a division, can't win a conference. People got everybody convinced this guy knows what he's doing and is a decent coach. When's it going to show? That's what the world is waiting. The world is waiting for Mike Leach to do something meaningful. Who will do something meaningful first? Mike Leach, Dan Mullen, or Jim Harbaugh? These are 3 coaches that people just won't shut up about. And combined, they've accomplished 0. No division titles between those 3. No conference titles between those 3. No, how's that possible? Think about that. Jim Harbaugh, Dan Mullen, and Mike Leach. 3 of the most talked about coaches in all of college football. Combined, they've been around for what, 30 years? 0 conference titles between the 3 of them. And guess what? That's not changing this year. Definitely not changing for Mike Leach. Definitely not changing for Jim Harbaugh. Definitely not changing for Dan Mullen. But this is a Mississippi State video. Look, y'all are a terrible team. You're not winning this game, okay? I think you know that. And if you want to point at Georgia's quarterback situation and laugh, like I said, I don't know what y'all are going to trot out there. Are y'all going to play KJ Costello? How about this? The SEC West Bulldogs versus the SEC East Bulldogs, and each team has a Pac-12 reject quarterback. Imagine that. KJ Costello for Mississippi State, JT Daniels Christ for my Georgia Bulldogs. That's right, JT Daniels is finally going to get his first start as a Georgia Bulldog. Imagine the anticipation of JT Daniels getting his first college start with real talent around him. Dude was stuck at Southern Cal, wasting away. Thank God he got out of there, right? Now, KJ Costello, he went to a worse situation, landing at Mississippi State. But JT Daniels has hit the damn lottery, landing at Georgia. Dude, surrounded by elite talent. JT Daniels is going to come out and play amazing. You'll find out JT Daniels was the better of the 2. There's no doubt or question about that, is there? No, there's not. JT Daniels is going to come out and absolutely light you up. Lights you up. Guy hasn't played in how long? A year and a half. Played in 18. Blew his knee out the first game of 19. Sat out the rest of 2019. Hasn't played a single snap this season. He's going to come in. The guy's covered in dust. We're going to have to spray WD-40 on his joints. I mean, the guy hasn't done anything in almost 2 full years now. Doesn't matter. We're going to put him in the game, and he's going to absolutely light you up. Light you up. Hey, we'll run the ball, too. Don't worry. Don't worry. Kendall Milton, he probably won't play. Zeus, James Cook, Kenny McIntosh supposed to be back. George Pickens is back. Oh, boy, Mississippi State's in for a rude awakening here. Now, Georgia's season did end with the loss to Florida. We're not going to win the division. That's fine. The only thing we have to look forward to at this point in the season is beating the absolute dog doo-doo out of the rest of these terrible teams that are left on our schedule, which is you, South Carolina, Vandy, and Mizzou. But what's the combined score of Georgia's next 4 games going to be? 200-10, something like that. Will you score in this game, Mississippi State? I'm seriously asking. So it's a legitimate question to ask. Half our defense is out. You might get to 13. You might get to 13. I'll give you that. You might get to 13. Half the defense is out. But you're not winning this game, period. Period. The rest of this season for Georgia is nothing to me anyway, except an audition for week 1 next year. That's the next real game we have is week 1 of 2021 against the Tater. These are exhibition games. These are games for me to watch and say, okay, I like what I see there. I like what I saw there. I like what Monken's doing here. Oh my God, look at JT Daniels. Christ! Lighting up these teams. I can't wait to see him do this to the Tater. That's all this is for me. And honestly, I was talking to my dad earlier. I am more excited about this Mississippi State game than any Georgia game this year since the first one. I'm dead serious. After that first game against Arkansas, when I saw DeJuan Mathis and Stetson Bennett, I said, oh my God, I see where this is headed. So it was hard for me to get excited about any games after that. And then with the Florida loss being our second loss, because we already lost to Alabama and the season's over for Georgia, this makes it, this is worth watching. JT Daniels, Christ, you're about to see the Tater's watching this game, don't you? The Tater. You watching this game, Tater? Yeah, you're watching this game. You're watching this video too because you're good people. You're smart. You watch Uncle Lou every day like you're supposed to. It'll make you smarter and lower your cholesterol too. And also, JT Daniels, Christ. I hope y'all are ready. I'm in. I'm all in. I'm buying in. I'm jumping in. Sign me up. I'm a believer. JT Daniels, Christ. Mississippi State. I thought about making a bunch of jokes about the state of Mississippi. I did that one time before, 3 or 4 years ago, and people got really mad. I might not do that either, but I bet y'all love road games. I bet Mississippi State's players like road games better than home games. They have to. Oh my God. Can you imagine playing for Mississippi State and having to spend that much time in the state of Mississippi? Imagine this. Imagine you're from Mississippi. Imagine you're born in Mississippi. You grow up in Mississippi. You play high school football in Mississippi. And the only team that offers you a scholarship is Mississippi State. God. I bet there's been some people that chose not to play college football rather than have to play for Mississippi State. Kids that grow up in Mississippi and get out of there, though, man, they got to consider themselves some of the luckiest people on earth. So, yeah, this is a road game for y'all, which I think, like I said, I think your team will be happy about. I really do. I don't know of anybody that's ever spent any time in Mississippi, whether it's because they're born and raised there and still live there, whether they were passing through there, whether they took a wrong turn at the entrance of hell and ended up there, whatever the case. I don't know of anybody that wouldn't be itching to get out of there, including the Mississippi State football team. So I'll make a deal with you that I make with every other bunch of deadbeats that has Georgia on the schedule every single year. How do y'all travel? I know there's no airports in Mississippi, so I don't know how y'all get from Mississippi to Athens, nor really do I care. I'm assuming Greyhound. I bet you there's more bus stations in the state of Mississippi than any other state in America. There's got to be. There's no other way to get to or from that state. Anyway, and most of those people can't drive there anyway. So yeah, you take the Greyhound. So I tell you what, the game, it's a night game, 7:30. Georgia's wearing black jerseys. Don't tell anybody. At least that's the word on the street. I don't know, black jerseys. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. It honestly doesn't. I mean, we could wear Speedos and beat you. Would it matter? No. In fact, I might wear a Speedo tomorrow during the live stream of the game. Live stream on the Patreon page tomorrow night, by the way, 7:00. Link in the description if you want to look into joining the Patreon page. Yeah, I might wear a Speedo and stream the game tomorrow just to prove that, yes, we can beat you even if Uncle Lou wears a Speedo. But anyway, I was about to say if they want to come to Athens, but like I said, I know they want to come to Athens. They can't wait to get out of that shithole state, Mississippi. Mississippi Burning. Great title, terrible movie. A terrible movie, but a great title. I don't think anybody would be disappointed if the entire thing just disintegrated. Anyway, let's move on. If you want to see Mississippi State get their ass beat, tune into ESPN tomorrow night around 7 o'clock. That's what you'll see. Mississippi State, unless you change your mind, which, like I said, I don't expect you to, because Mississippi State would do anything to get out of the state of Mississippi. So they know they're going to get their ass beat, but they're going to come anyway. Georgia will be there waiting with the black jerseys on. So guess what? Come get you some